station. Told me hurry, baby, don't keep me waiting. If you play your cards right, keep your game tight, you might get lucky tonight. You see, I normally don't do this, baby, but I just might let you.
Take it easy. Your body calling, but I wanna keep screaming. Keep on that little umbrella, baby, hit the lights. Put that love in the middle, girl, I can't miss tonight. I may not be missed right, but right now, baby, I just wanna give a shot for you.
Your cards right, keep your game tight. You might get lucky tonight. Ooh, I know I normally don't do this, baby, but I just might let you.
See me fall with too bad, y'all be waiting. I come from a place you have yet to see. Fuck around and turn boss on they flex on me. I don't wish no bad on my enemies, but cross the line and it's 113. Slicing heads like a horror scene, murking them Jason. Each time I go hard, it's to offset the hate. Who slime me, they slither, ain't no hands to shake. Your applause, your respect, I'ma take. I'm far from a rookie, they trolling, they looking, feeling froggy. No one my killer, don't push me. How you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my gang, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the gang, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Not I made you gone. Regret the day you step to me, better respect the queen. Everyone's a boss. Everyone's in charge. Everyone got stacks upon stacks of them green and golden balls. Placed neatly in the back of their closet, stacked up they free walls. Be around the prettiest bitches you seen and you'd ever call. Yeah, can't pay for features or models, can't even pay for cars. Wanna talk about running the city, but can't even run the malls. Paying with these checks with their mouths, they asses steady taking falls. Kept it up and ducking till V connected in they balls. Now niggas crying and whining, got me here taking pause. Make me get a non-disclosure for interacting with every clause. I'm a number one all-star with these nice niggas, they playing dodge. My moves stay like years ahead, your moves have been recalled. Try to be a better me, but to get begging for an applause. Thinking I'm weak and forgetting I'm holding all these cards. With these receipts and not one of your bitches half as hard. No capping needed, the truth's revealed here in all this sauce. How you gon' come for me, stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same, I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat, not I mean. You gon' regret the day you ever step to me, better respect the queen. How you gon' come for me, stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same, I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat, not I mean. You gon' regret the day you ever step to me, better respect the queen.
Street magic. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through, nah. If you ain't lived it, you won't get it. Lot of dead fam, no we ain't forgetting. None of y'all, sending prayers to the sky. R.I.P. to all of the guys on the other side, with the gates to the wall. This for all of y'all, we gon' ball till we fall, we gon' make it. Never faking, stop hating, fuck what you saying. Yeah, they gon' analyze the track, kinda like a fiend when they analyze the pack. Yeah, I'm back, doing what I'm supposed to. Need some help, then I can coach you. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through. If they see me in the ICU, I just came here to visit you. What they really wanna do, yeah, what you wanna do. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm asking. They asking about this beat, but this beat I body bagged it. Coroner done tagged it. Now I gets packaged, released to the masses. Let them know I'm a savage. Yeah, I done been this way since birth. Doctor told my mama when I was born that I was cursed. Told my mama I was cursed. Told my mama I was cursed. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through. Can't relate to what I've been through. If you ain't lived what I've lived through, ain't a joke, I won't kid you. Can't relate to what I've been through.
personal record whenever you fuck up our endeavors. I done memorized every letter. You telling me how I do it better. I made you feel better on purpose. You made me feel worse on accident. Why you do me so embarrassing? The smoke make me forget again. Roll 2 L's for the stress. Pour 2 cups for the pain. She thinks I'm gon' look at her the same. You must be insane. You must have forgot who I am. I'm the one who had you wildin'. One who had you on that time, man. Now I got to keep it
got
silent.
You keeping silence. You a tyrant. You so violent. Like, do you know who I am? Like, bitch, do you know who I am? Let me calm down. Anger issues from generational issues that just suck around. So how the hell you supposed to slow me down? How the hell you supposed to hold me down? Thinking about all the past days got me feeling a little mental. Sentimental times make me wanna frown. Instrumentals got me feeling lifted now. I was swimming, now a nigga wanna drown. But I'm focused cause we need to take the crown. And I sorta miss you cause you ain't around. But I guess that's how it boils down.
Yeah. Must have forgot who I am. You ain't see this coming like a dash cam. I don't trust the love cause I take no L's. Puffin' O's and sippin' while I'm in the V. It's a movie, shopping my nigga E. That's that L-O-V-E. That's that L-O-V-E.
Do you N-O-T, it's me tryna keep you C-O-M Bunny.
That's that L-O-V-E. That's that L-O-V-E.
He said I've been L-O-N-E. Go M-I-A with M-E.
Didn't mean nothing to you. All the things I do for you. You just selfish, you just want my benefits. When it get real, you run again. When it get real, I'm facing it. Roll up our differences, forget a bit. Know you missing the feeling. I'd wish you the best, but they ain't quite like this. Bring it back to when you knew who I was. I'm the one had you open, one that had you feeling chosen. Bringing out all emotions. I guess it was too intense for the timing. You know where to find me, yeah, you know my body.
Had you taken my lead, wanted you beside me, but now you stay behind me. You had to tell somebody, had to tell somebody, cause you really need somebody. Now tell me, am I that somebody? Tell me, baby, tell me like your best friend. Fuck around tryna go rogue, turn me to your ex-man. Tell me, baby, tell me like your best friend. Don't fuck around tryna go rogue, gon' turn me to your ex-man.
You keep a personal record whenever you fuck up our endeavors. I done memorized every letter. You telling me how I do it better. I made you feel better on purpose. You made me feel worse on accident. Why you do me so embarrassing? The smoke make me forget again. Roll 2 L's for the stress. Pour 2 cups for the pain. She thinks I'm gon' look at her the same. You must be insane. You must have forgot who I am. I'm the one who had you wildin'. One who had you on that time, man. Now I got to keep it silent.
Flame made that beat. I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches they hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine, but your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, this shit was easy. If only I made it, keep this shit on repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that ish, cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me and I'll probably end up laughing 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. These hoes, they know I'm on, it's my show. I know I'm better, Gucci sweater, Louis V, my bros. I chose this road 'cause I know I'm cold. I'm on the level you can't handle, you can't steal this flow. I swear I want people to feel me, but I don't care if they don't, 'cause this is the real me. How can I give up? It's not enough to make them stop what I'm saying. And I gotta hit now for these weak assholes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
See, I'm really getting tired of you. Wanna do everything but tell the truth. They be sleeping on me really when I'm in the booth. Sensational, yes, tasteful, insatiable. My name, baby. Come on, girl, let me drive you crazy. Done fighting, I wanna go tonight. So what's up tonight? I'm all dressed in white. I don't snort the white, but we can blow the green. Reconcile the new money team. Sophisticated, so it may look mean. I'm all about my cream and trying to chase my dream. God got me, so I'll never stop. Keep it real, never turn and pop. Ambitious mind like I'm pimpin' pop. Long as Cam got us, we'll never flop.
Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
Yo, boom, 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 yo, 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 listen, like this. Look, mind your business if you seeing me out. I be assed out with the paths, they was leading me down. I had hope for something better, kept on feeding me doubts, beating me down. My ex still dream of me now, that's how I pop up. Cute, but it's not us. I'd rather get it done than brag to people how I'm about to. I just left the north side, flying to the south of, just for self-care, little massage and a scalp rub. And rose water so my skin tight. A better me is who you see me try and get like. My wrongdoings let me know what I had did right. Climb, reach big heights, my nails too long, I slapped in a fist fight. Give me the mic, I get the job done. I spend times preparing for when the time comes. On another mile run, it's talks about me and I still kept my mouth shut. If I ain't losing sleep, it ain't about much. With all this ice on my heart, when it's time, standing by the water when it's dark. I learned from my mistakes better than what I was taught. And if it robbed me of my joy, then it ain't really worth the cost. Word to mommy, voice voluptuous, know my body. Like a porta potty, talking on this journey, thinking I ain't got a soul around me. I'm on point, I ain't skipping over no surroundings. Watch how they watch me. I lose them, I go to top speed. Now I don't do events unless I do them from the box seats. Send a budget and making sure that it's not cheap. Asking for this work ain't on the arm, it's not free. And my beauty is like a symphony. Yeah, since me, he ain't felt this kind of chemistry. I guess no matter where he go, he gon' remember me. It's something different, I can feel it in his energy. Thinking this was meant to be. Like me a writer, I'm a poet. Ain't rapping about my piece cause I never went and sold it. And I know when you got it, you ain't really gotta show it. If they swearing on my name, I swear to God that I ain't noticed. This is everyday things, kale in my drink. Middle fingers high, don't give a damn what they think. Like the Kiki Usher vid, how I dance on the beat. With my ear to the streets and my hands on a freak. Yeah, it's me.
xem luôn ngoài trộn hôm nay chỗ bông. Người miền Tây thật thà đã chắc phép và tâm hướng thiệt là nhà phải thờ tổ tông. Thứ mà tao đang mang tới là thanh năm vàng và là con của người đất Vĩnh Long. Thanh năm này mà nó là hàng chính thống, bản sắc của Việt Nam, của đất của Long để chính rồng. Căn nhà tranh mai lá làm sao có giá được trăm cây vàng nào. Có bay lôi bay lá, có mang thiếp về ngay cho chàng nào. Vậy thưa má mà vui quá xa nếu anh cưới nàng nào. Có bay lôi bay lá coi ơi cô em lái đò sao em nỡ làm ngơ. Anh mang theo tiếng đàn cò vang xuất khẩu thành thơ. Ơi cô em lái đò sao em nỡ làm ngơ. Anh mang theo tiếng đàn cò vang xuất khẩu thành thơ.
I like the fire cause the body just dropped. I like Miami in the club with Lil' Mammy. She dancing and sweating cause the mileage just dropped. It's the season, can you pass the keys? I'm on my way cause ain't no reason you don't wanna fuck with me when I'm hitting you ain't. Never change for the money while chasing the money. Lil' mine still working on stage for the money. I had to cop me a roadie like Sex in a moment. Tell the rest of the world let them know that I'm coming. And I'll be there, party in the city, in the club, in the slip. But she just really want me there. Don't try cause with me where I'm from it gets sticky like weed, yeah.
Căn nhà tranh mai lá làm sao có giá được trăm cây vàng nào. Có bay lôi bay lá, có mang thiếp về ngay cho chàng nào. Vậy thưa má mà vui quá xa nếu anh cưới nàng nào. Có bay lôi bay lá coi.
Actually enjoy treating your customers like a pieces of shit, because that's how I felt when I went to the Alamo Draft House. Okay? You know what? I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to text in your little crappy-ass theater. It was too f***ing dark in that place for me to find my seat, alright? I was using my phone as a flashlight to get to my f***ing seat. So excuse me for using my phone in USA, United States of America, where you are free to text in a theater. I was not aware that I couldn't text in your theater, all right? I've texted in all the other theaters in Austin, and no one ever gave a fuck about what I was doing with my fucking phone, all right? And it was on silent. It wasn't on loud. It wasn't bothering anybody. You guys obviously were being assholes to me. And I'm sure that's what you do, you know, to rip people off. You take my money, and then you throw me out. You know, I will never be coming back to your Alamo Draft House or whatever. I'd rather go to a regular theater where people are actually polite. And, you know, I'm going to tell everyone about how you are. And I'm pretty sure you guys are being on purpose. So thanks for making me feel like a customer. Thanks for taking my money.
chocolate. You should be very proud, Detective.
Shut up.
You've made a delicious life for yourself.
Said shut the fudge up!
Why? You don't come near here. You stay away from here.
Here he comes.
What?
Are you listening, David? I was saying how much I admire you and your ice creams. You have incredible taste in fine ice creams.
What the fudge did you just say?
6 delicious flavors. They're so lovely. And once they're gone, David, they're gone.
David, step away from the prisoner. Step away, David. Step away.
What's in the box?
I'm not gonna tell you until
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We each have our weaknesses. And it appears that gluttony is my sin of choice. And you add the mystery. I couldn't resist.
What's in the malted fudging box?
It's empty, David. It's empty.
No! It was full. 6 delicious flavors. Only available this month.
I know. It was delivered to your home. It was delectable.
Do you think anybody's gonna get, like, offended by this?
Just tall white Karens.
Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. Jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
The Greening the Gateway Cities program provides trees that are planted by DCR foresters and crews hired from local communities. When you sign up as a potential tree recipient, a forester will visit your home or business to determine the best location and species of tree for maximum energy efficiency. Easy care instructions are provided and it's all free. Find out if you are in the zone and learn more at maurbancanopy.org.
Shaolin shadow boxing and the Wu-Tang sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
Same with you. Same with you.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Reach Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, 2 Lives at Once. And with every wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. 2 Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, 2 lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
This campaign is about a new vision where our streets are safe, our schools are succeeding, and our local economy is growing. I stand here not as a candidate for mayor, but as a lifelong member of this great city. There will no longer be the city side and the school side. There will only be the Brockton side. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
As Counselor at Large, Jean Bradley has consistently fought for all of Brockton's residents by advocating for quality education, community policing, better senior services, empowering young people, helping small businesses, and by being a voice for our most vulnerable. As Mayor, Jean Bradley will continue fighting tirelessly for every single Brockton resident. On September 16th, we're asking you to make the choice for a better, safer, and stronger city. Vote for Jean Bradley Derenoncourt, Mayor of Brockton.
I'm Jean Bradley Derenoncourt, and I approve this message.
Grew up and graduated from Brockton High, built my career here, and today I'm a proud homeowner and now Vice President of Northeastern Savings Bank, serving the community that helped raise me. Access, opportunity, and results. That's what I stand for, and that's what works, and that's what I'll bring to the City Council here in Brockton.
Listen, you must to HublaZoom.com.
I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
Shockwaves across Hollywood tonight after ABC announced it was indefinitely pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air.
They told us the cancel culture was the left's weapon. But look around. It's the right doing the canceling now. The FCC chair, a Trump ally, attacks Kimmel on a mega podcast.
I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct and take action, or, there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Within hours, Nexstar pulls his show. Billions of dollars and political favors hanging in the balance. The timing, shady.
It's not the fragility of audiences, it's the fragility of leaders. Comedy doesn't change the world, but it's a bellwether. We're the banana peel in the coal mine. When a society is under threat, comedians are the ones who get sent away first.
This isn't about Jimmy Kimmel. It's about the government turning into a mob to silence dissent.
This morning, President Trump is suggesting the Federal Communications Commission should take licenses away from broadcasters that are repeatedly critical of him.
About power crushing free speech.
We all see where this is going, correct? It's managed media. You can't go around firing somebody because you're fearful or trying to suck up to an authoritarian, criminal administration in the Oval Office.
Authoritarians don't just come for comedians.
We're not done yet.
They come for democracy itself. We're the Lincoln Project. We won't quit. Join us.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
Like some motherfucking action heroes in it. Yeah. This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is the proof. Step into the twisted mind of my literature, designed to get into the depths of your mind, administer sickness around to mimic the likes of snuff cinema. What you must get into, you're nothing but pups. Remember you Homer and Happy Simpson, son. Nothing Ithaca. Talkers like the northern half of Korea's peninsula. ESP your island like the booth, something sinister. ESP your island like the booth, something sinister. ESP your island like the booth, something sinister.
All right, your boy Citizen One broadcasting live from the City of Champions. You are watching the booth while I await my guest to come in. We're going to get the show started and get it going. I got to thank everybody supporting us. I was off the air for the last couple of weeks or so. For those who knew, I was running for office here, Ward 5 in the city of Brockton. I fell short. I want to thank everybody who came out and voted. I ended up getting like 88 votes. 10%, it was 10%, almost 10% of the total votes for my first time out, but I didn't put any signs out. I didn't, do a kickoff event and all these things like that. I wanted to just run on my name and my merit and my integrity and not be out there, doing what everybody usually does. I wanted to try to do something different. And now I see what has to be done. So in 2 years from now, maybe we will throw our hat into the till once again. But, it's nice to be recognized. 88 votes for someone who just is a podcaster and works a regular job and DJs is bad to me. I was down a little bit. But again, congrats to those who moved on. The incumbent, Mr. Jeffrey Thompson, and Ellie Texera moved on to November. To all the candidates, for everybody who stepped up. I did a video with Jeffrey on the day of the election. On the day of the election, I did a video with Jeffrey, and actually somebody was in my inbox and they had said to me, why would you go live with the incumbent that you're trying to beat? And I said, you don't get it. Here in Brockton, we have 106,000 people, 50,000 of those are registered voters. And in our previous elections, average vote tally is between 4 and 8%. We did get to 10 this time around, but that's for a city of 106,000 with 50,000 registered voters. 10% is horrible. We need everybody to come out and vote. So my opinion is it doesn't matter who you are voting for, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. It doesn't matter. The key here is to come out and vote. Speak your opinion at the ballot box and vote. And that's something we need to do here in Brockton. It's just been horrible over the years, and I've got some announcements. But I got to thank all the supporters. As you guys know, I wasn't on that Tuesday, because it was, preliminary election. And then I was out in Ohio for Horror Hound Weekend with Kevin Jeffries for Turnbuckles and Spilt Like a Podcast. We had a great time with that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night. So I'm going to hold off on telling you guys about Horror Hound Weekend, but it was a great time. It was nice to see people out there and meet some people out there. And it was just great stuff. I met a lady, Roberta Robles or Sarah Robles. I'll have to look up her name. I think it's Sarah Robles. I met her at a rest area. She was actually come up to take a picture of me in Vengeance and my Predator mask. And it was funny because she come up to me and she had said to me, I wanted to come up to you and take a picture and ask because she found it weird that her dog usually growls at everyone. and her dog didn't growl at me. And she felt that was the reason for her to come over and take a picture. So if you go on my Facebook, all the stuff that I've done over the last couple of weeks is there. I want to thank everybody who support me. But I got to thank all the supporters of this show. The last show I did was actually First Tuesday with Ken Diesel and Rob Resnick. So I got to thank them for coming on. And then we had the last minute guest, Boston City Councilor at Large, Nicole Miselman. She was on. So I got to thank them for coming on tonight. We're supposed to have a guest coming on. It's supposed to be Matina Singh that I'm waiting for to come on, but she has yet to not in the yet. So I'm waiting to hear from her people because they actually confirmed and everything that they were coming on. They have the Zoom link. Let me just double check my emails here. Emails open. Wait for her to show up, and then as we can, if we need to, I can just take a break and bring her in. But I got a lot of show to talk about anyway, so we can go along with that. So again, I'm going to thank everybody for supporting me for this election. Like I said, 88 votes for a guy who didn't put any signs out. I just did some door knocking and things of that sort. So 88 votes I guess, is something to be pretty happy about. And we'll go from there. Let's get into the news booth. Well, let's get into our supporters and sponsors. Michael Douglas Barretto, MDB Electronics. If you need a controller, Xbox controller to be fixed or repaired, you want to send it out to this guy, reach out to him, get it repaired or fixed or whatever, and you're back to gaming in hopefully 24 to 48 hours. MD Electronics. Yana Marie's music is out there. It's Personal was her last project, 494,000 streams. She's probably going to check her stats. Probably going to check her stats this week and see all these, how many times that her songs came up on my playlist while in Ohio and stuff. So, you'll probably see those if she sees Ohio pop up on her analytics, it's probably me, listening to the playlist. Tactical target systems. If you guys see those targets that and I haven't been to the range in a while. Wow, they have a steel target competition coming up. I might have to get out there and just get myself in order. But when you see me at the range, which I'm at Holbrook now, tactical target systems are those zombie targets, life-size zombie targets. And I love Boston sports. Football season has begun. He signed 2 Patriots players for this year's brand ambassadors. Celtics are going to be hitting. Actually, I think the Celtics did start their pre-stats this week. You'll probably be seeing some Celtics players coming on. You know, Peyton Pritchett was a good brand ambassador. So also, Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Ladies, if you want to take some ever thought you would take for someone, reach out to Kimberly Empowerment Photography. My guy, Daryl Smith, Underwatch Protective Services, Mobile Patrol, Foot Patrol, Armed Guards, Unarmed Guards, Event Security, and Private Security. He was actually hiring. He's got some events coming up that he needs bodies for. So if you have a license to carry and you're responsible, or if you want to do security work, reach out to Daryl Smith of Underwatch Protective Services. My guy, call Larry, Handyman Services, 774-826-6549 is the number. And let's get into the news booth. As we get into the news booth, turn him in. He is still out there. Davinci Leonard, 22 years old, wanted for double murder. He is still out there for the murders of 15-year-old Tamari Albertson, Savannah Alvarez. Turn him in. This has gone on far too long, people. Far too long, people. Man, we really need to really this kid. Like I said, either you're gonna turn him in, or lives are gonna be ruined further in the future, because street justice is gonna take care of it. And if street justice takes care of it, you know, lives in the again, I'm just my guest to come have a lot of In the news booth, I got to thank everybody who turned out to Amber and Travis's event. I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. They had their fundraiser this past weekend at the Abington American. It was a great time. A lot of people turned out. Ton of raffles. Great stuff. Great food. There was a donation of pizzas, and I forget the restaurant that donated. I guess they donated the pizzas, but it was pretty good pizza, salad. Meats was there again, and somebody had the nerve to get a platter of snacks that had I'm holding back the tears because I had this on Saturday, and I need to find out where they got them because they're so good, and the fact that I don't know where they got them, what store. I'm hoping it's Market Basket. Excuse me. I'm hoping it's Market Basket, but chocolate cannolis. Now, for those who know Sinister One, my number one all-time dessert, thanks to a good friend of mine growing up, Jim Theriano's a Greek pastry spot. And I would go with him late at night. Have to open and have to all the stuff ready for the day. One night while we was there, they was making, baklava. I kid from the project out to the suburbs and stuff, Me, dessert was just cookies, cake, and pies. The pie, coming from the hood, And here I am in Brockton in high school now, and got white friends, and I'm going with him to work at his family's restaurant, bakery. Yeah. He's making it, and it came out the oven, and I was like, what is that? Baklava. Talk about a life-changing moment. Because brownies are my number one. Those who know Sinister One will tell you brownies. You give Keith Hayes, Sinister One, some brownies, and it's all good. It's all good, people. Brownies, shoot. Give me some brownies. I'm ready to go. I have yet to come across. No, I did. I did have one time where I did come across one bad brownie. Someone that made brownies one time, and they was bad. It was bad, and you gotta have a really bad brownie for someone to say it's a bad brownie. Because I've had brownies that were kind of undercooked, so they were like really like soft and fudgy, and still ate them. Brownies is my number one dessert. Brownies are my number one dessert. Number two is baklava. Number two is straight up baklava. Number two, I go to a spot in the morning when I take the bus to work in the morning and get to Ashmont Station. There's a little spot in there called the Coffee Cup. And some mornings I'm like, okay, what am I getting with my coffee? And sometimes they have the chocolate honey dip, the chocolate honey dip donut, which is really good. Crumbly, I can those soft donut. But they have the baklava. Sometimes that baklava and coffee is killer. Baklava. You can tell we getting close to the holidays. you can tell we getting real close to Thanksgiving and stuff. So baklava is my number two dessert. Baklava is my number two. Number three. So you got brownies, you've got baklava. My number three. not baked, it would have to be like an ice cream sundae. Blizzard. But if I have to go with my number 3 baked, with baklava being number 1, or baklava being number 2, and brownies being number 1, that's my third. That's a tough one. Man. Third. Pecan pie. Pecan pie. Pecan pie is real good. It actually should be lemon meringue pie. Should be my number 3. But my grandmother used to make the best lemon meringue pie. My grandmother, God rest her soul. She passed that on to my mom's. My mom's used to have that same recipe. My mom's used to make the lemon meringue pie. And you know what it is. You know how it is when people you love pass away. Sometimes when people pass away, you know, you lose those recipes, and you just... I've had lemon meringue pie since my mom's passed, and nothing has come close to my mom's or my grandmother's lemon meringue pie. No one. And I don't know if that's... I hate to say, I don't know if that's like a mental thing. You know, the loss of my mom and my grandmother, is that the reason why I don't like other people's lemon meringue pie? It could very well be. I don't know. Who knows? But I do know that lemon meringue pie would have been number 3 on my list for sure. Sure, lemon meringue pie. It actually probably would have been number 1, to be honest. Lemon meringue pie probably would definitely been honest. But like I said, after my mom passed, and my grandmother, I've yet to find a decent lemon meringue pie that my mom, the egg whites and everything about the lemon meringue that my mom and grandma made is on point. So my number 3 baked item, me on my list, has got to be pecan pie. And then my dark horse dessert is my own mix, is my Oreo cookie drink. But again, like I said, IGY6, it was a great event. And curses to the person who brought the chocolate cannolis. I need to find those. Chocolate cannoli. I'm hoping it's Market Basket. I'm hoping. Abington. I'm thinking it's going to be Market Basket. Trucci. One of them places has it, because Shaw's don't have chocolate. I already looked. I already looked, and whoever it was one of them, you know, the plastic black platter with the clear top. It came from the supermarket, came from somewhere. I need to find it. You know what? I might just have to. I'm here in Brockton with Montilio's. I should just go right down to Montilio's on Spark Street if they got the chocolate cannoli, white pastry, chocolate cannoli, life changing, life changing. Also in the Brockton news booth, Brockton Fire Department swore in 4 new firefighters this week: Austin Ferreira, Edgar Kelley, Geovani Duarte, and Nelson Andrade. Rats guys were sworn in this week. 1, 3, 4. Okay. It's 4. I looked up quick and I thought there was 5 pictures. It's actually 4, but then there's the fire department people. That's why. So 4 sworn in. Rats to them. Also in the news booth, hey, if you're looking for a dog, and you want to get a dog, reach out to Brockton Animal Control. Brockton Animal Control right now has a ton of dogs down there at the shelter at the Brockton Animal Control. And guys, you all know what that means. They reach their limits. And if they don't get adopted, guess what happens? They gotta unfortunately put these pets down. No shelter wants to do this. What they're doing right now, Brockton Animal Control is trying to keep their reward, because they have an award for being one of the low no-kill shelters. So people don't know that, but we want to keep it that way. So please head on down there, fill out an application. They are waiving all adoption fees. Waiving all adoption fees on dogs that get adopted in forever home. And not only are they waiving adoption fees, when you take your pet to get spayed or neutered, it's $100 refundable. $100 refunded. Deposit is required, but get your animal spayed or neutered. This is good, people. If you're looking for a forever home dog, head on down. Go on to the Brockton Animal, because Brockton Animal Control does have a great Facebook page, and they do have all the pictures of the pets available. I believe somebody said that they were down. Somebody said that they might be down to 2 dogs left. I'm not sure, but please check adoption fees. Let's give these a good forever. So again, Brockton Animal Control. Reach out to them. Go on the City of Brockton Animal Control Facebook. See the stuff there. There's a link to fill out the application for these pets. Let me know. Let Sinister One know. Was a rescue through Pause for New. So, let's get into the, I believe, entertainment booth that's coming up. And we got some big congrats to open the entertainment booth. You guys all know, friend of the show, friend of the booth, Noube Rateau tied the knot this past weekend. A big shout out to Noube Rateau, and also Hot 96.9's Leroy Irvin, who was helping out with Viana's record premiere party a few years ago. So him and Noube both got married on the same weekend. So yeah, 2 black weddings and two well-known people getting black weddings in the same weekend. It was party time. Party time in the area. Also in the news booth, Jimmy Kimmel returns to the set tonight. I will be tuning in to hear what everybody's going to be tuning in, hear what he has to say. I had somebody come on my post talking about Jimmy Kimmel, said, well, he's this because of the joke he told. And I'm like, what joke? What joke? Tell a joke. Charlie Kirk. He told jokes about Donald Trump and Donald Trump's administration after he talked about Charlie Kirk, but there was no joke made about Charlie Kirk. I shared the transcript right on my page. The key, like I said, is, murder is murder. I'm sticking with that. Everything else I'm not going to get into. I'm actually going to have it spoken. I'm going to actually close out my thoughts tonight on Charlie Kirk at the end of this show. There. Also in the entertainment booth, I ain't saying nothing. Just watch.
baby.
Stop it. Stop it. Come on, son. Mandalorian and Grogu. Come on, son. Stop it, bro. Memorial Day next year, wrapped. I'm coming, bro. I'm here. I'm ready for it. Big screen, Mandalorian and Grogu. Look, y'all saw Jabba the Hutt's son, right? That in the clip, that was Jabba the Hutt's son. So if I can show a trailer again, I'd show it again. That's how excited I am about this. I can show that trailer again. You know what? My show. I'm so excited, bro. Yo, The Mandalorian show. If you all haven't peeped The Mandalorian, it's been good from the very first season. It's been real good. A lot of great actors, a lot of great cameo actors have come through. Check it out. And the fact that this has gone to the big screen, the reason why it went to the big screen is because the following and how big this show became. When this show hit, when The Mandalorian hit, and Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian, is behind the shield. He does most of this show behind that mask because he's not supposed to take that mask off. That's part of their culture. This is the way. And one of the things about this show is that when Grogu appeared, we didn't have a name attached to him. So automatically, he stole the show. And everybody quickly adopted to him as Baby Yoda. And I don't even think Disney was ready for the success of Baby Yoda, Grogu, a.k.a. Baby Yoda. I don't even think I've got a pair of Crocs. I've got a pair of Mandalorian Crocs with Baby Yoda Grogu's head on them that always gets props. But man, now we're going to see this on the big screen. I can't wait. On the big screen. Yeah, ready to end this down. Let this go, bro. Let's get into the sports booth. In the sports booth, and he's actually in the chat. Frank Zanowski, a.k.a. Z-Man, is in the chat. What's going on, Frank? Frank and Levi made their debut. This was the first time these two guys were together and out in the public. They had their Nice badges with them. Levi and Z-Man are the hosts of the reboot of When the Dust Settles. Y'all remember When the Dust Settles? When the Dust Settles, back from 2011. 2011, Frank Zanowski introduced me to PBR. We started covering the events. We went out to a few of the events down in Hartford. Frank was, behind the scenes, interviewing guys, hanging out in the truth booth. And then, life takes over. And then Lee falls into my lap. Lee, who's been on Drafting the Circuits, hits me up one time when I interviewed some guys on the show, and Lee hits me up and says, "Hey man, I might be a NASCAR fan, but I'm just gonna know something. I'm a PBR fan. I'm a bigger PBR fan than I am a NASCAR fan." Oh, okay. Well, he's an NHRA guy. Let me fix that. NHRA guy, not NASCAR. NHRA guy. But he's like, PBR is. I've done some of that. I sent Lee up to New Hampshire to cover the event and get some interviews, and man, killed it. And the PBR loves us. And I got to thank the PBR, Casey, and all those guys over there at the PBR for hooking us up with all of these riders over the years. All the stuff that they've done for us over the years. And you know what we did? We got together, the three of us chatted, and we said, you know something? We might need to bring the show back. Todd had asked, he wanted to do a show. And I said, you know something? We already had a show. Let's put our heads together. Let's see. I introduced them to Frank, and they hit it off. Both guys are veterans. They've got that connection there, and they both love PBR. So when you're looking at this picture right here, and I can just tell you, we're coming. When the Dust Settles is coming. We're about to punch everybody in the mouth professionally. We've already started doing it this weekend. We went out to the New England Rodeo. We showed and proved. We didn't go to Boston for the money grab. That's all that was in Boston. That was just a money grab. Real rodeo was out in Rochester at the New England Rodeo, the only truly sanctioned rodeo in Massachusetts. They're hosting their championships on October 4th, and the guys are going to be there, VIP press passes and everything, cover that event. And like Frank is saying right now in the chat, what's your podcast doing? It ain't doing what Sinister One Productions is doing. I'm going to let you know that right now. We're punching everybody in the mouth. Because I seen some people already talking about PBR on radio stations and stuff around here. Y'all just need to just be quiet. Stop it. Let the people who know about it talk about it. And these guys were at the New England Rodeo this past weekend. They held it down, and they showed off their badges. And me, I'm overseeing the stuff behind the scenes. I'm overseeing the Facebook page, and at about 11 o'clock at night, notification comes across. When the Dust Settles, followed by New England Rodeo. And then they have two pages. So they followed with both pages. And I said to these guys, we had a discussion the next day, and my opinion to them was that you guys are building the stepping stones to bringing this brand into a whole different area. We're about to punch people in the face here. We've been here. We've been doing this. What's your podcast doing? You weren't covering PBR. All y'all that are about to come out the woodwork in January to talk about Boston and cover Boston's PBR event, sit back, take a seat, relax, take a load off your mind. Because we coming out the chutes. We are coming out the chutes. We're way ahead of everybody. I'm just letting y'all know right now. If you think you're covering PBR here in the Boston area, we're way ahead of you already. Because the guys are going to Manchester, New Hampshire. They're covering Manchester, New Hampshire. They're already talking about heading to New York, Madison Square Garden, and then all all of Cinestorm Productions is going to be in Boston for the Boston debut. And for those who are sitting here talking about this, and we had the vice president of the PBR on this show. And he broke on our show that they were acquired by TKO, WWE. He broke that on our show. He went public on our show with that information before anybody else. And when the Boston announcement came out, we were ready for it. Like I said, the vice president of the PBR was on the show months before the Boston announcement came. You put your 2 and 2 together on that one, people. So all of Cinestorm Productions is going to be in the house in January. So if you want complete coverage of the PBR and what's going on and interviews with some of the stars, you better be here asking everybody else, what's your podcast doing? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the only place that I think that can cover PBR along with us would probably be 103.7 The Bull. 103.7 The Bull. And to be honest, if I have it my way, I would like to have When the Dust Settles be that show for 103.7 The Bull or 98.5. I'm just calling it out right now. Because there's nobody around here that's going to be able to talk about PBR like we can talk about PBR. There's not really going to be anybody out there like that. Miles, who was with us at WXBR, WBT, young cat, he's doing it over at 95.9 ATD. He's got his thing going. He covers it. Because he was following us when Frank was doing it at WXBR, WBT. Miles was doing it. So Miles, I'll give him his props. Miles is probably going to be and Miles is probably, to be honest, Miles is probably feeling the same way I am feeling. You know, a lot of fakes and frauds are coming out the woodwork now for PBR. And you know what? 2026. Well, we're on this topic. Let's really get it out there. 2026 in Boston, Massachusetts is going to be the year of media frauds. Fake poses and frauds. Why? Because we got PBR coming here in January. PBR is coming for the first time in Boston in January. So all the fake frauds are all going to come out the woodwork to try to cover this stuff, and they're going to look stupid using terminology and crap that they don't know nothing about. And we got FIFA coming here. World Cup. And everybody, 90% of the people here in Massachusetts shit all over soccer. Frank goes to soccer. Frank goes to Revolution games all the time. Me and Frank have talked about soccer. My son is a huge soccer fan. Rest of y'all crap all over soccer. When the World Cup was on last year, all I could see on everybody's Facebook page was, man, I sat here for 90 minutes for a game to end in a 1-1, and they didn't get it. They didn't understand it. Watch when FIFA comes here next year. Watch when FIFA, when FIFA comes here, take a seat. Everybody take a seat. You know why? Because everybody from every country is coming here. They're going to get the tickets before everybody. There's going to be people here from Spain, Portugal. There are people coming from all over the world and going to show you how ignorant we are to the sport of soccer. We love our football. I love football. I watch my football on Sundays, but I'm going to tell you all right now, y'all are ignorant. You all are straight ignorant when it comes to soccer. Once you step off the land of the United States, and head across the big pond, guess what? Tom Brady don't mean shit. I'm going to say that again. When you leave the United States, Tom Brady don't mean shit. You know why? Because Messi means shit. Cristiano Ronaldo is the shit. Nobody gives a fuck about Tom Brady once you leave the United States. Nobody. Look, I'm just saying, I'm being real with you right now. I'm letting you all know this right now. Nobody gives a fuck about Tom Brady once you leave this fucking state and cross the pond. You talk about Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh, Messi, stop it. All them, what do they call them? Them zuzus, the horns? Oh, that's all coming here to Gillette, people. You ain't, if you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, get your Google Translate ready to go. Get them new Apple earbuds. Get them because they translate on get them ready. Get them ready. It's coming. Stop being ignorant to soccer, people. I'm just saying 2026 is the year of the frauds. Stop it. Stop it. The ratings are going to be crazy, and I can't wait because I know what's going to happen. Frank, you know it too. Everybody's timeline is going to be flooded with how much they like soccer and FIFA. You know it is, Frank. Frank's watching. There's going to be a ton of effing hypocrites on Facebook talking about how much they like soccer or how they want to get you, and you ain't. Look, you can get tickets to Celtics at the last minute through somebody you know. You can get tickets to Patriots games through somebody you. I'm just letting you know. When FIFA comes here, don't think you're gonna be able to call a buddy and get some tickets to FIFA 20. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The people are coming from all over the world for this FIFA, bro. You guys have no when I say I can't explain what's about to happen at Gillette Stadium for a FIFA World Cup, I can't. There's no words. There's no words, bro. You all have no idea what the fuck is about to happen here. You got If you live in Foxborough, you better be getting ready. I was almost like, damn, maybe I should rent a little spot in Foxborough and Airbnb that bitch out for that time it's here. I'm just letting you know, people, you don't know. You have no idea what's about to happen. You have no idea. And don't let there be an upset. Because look, 2 World Cups ago, I was in Fall River when Portugal pulled off the upset. I was in Fall River when Portugal pulled the upset in FIFA. Bro. New Bedford Fall River came to a complete fucking stop. No lie. I'm just letting you know. I'm swearing right now because I'm just letting you know you don't get it. New Bedford Fall River, when Portugal upset that year, there was 2 world complete fucking stop. People came out their houses. People was in the street. People come out of stores. People come out. It was crazy. Crazy. You guys have no idea what's about to come upon us for FIFA. You all have no idea. Oh my God. Gillette Stadium is about to make a shitload of money. Oh my God. Play your cards right. You could. It's gonna be crazy. The MBTA's got to everybody around here. MBTA's got to step up and transport people, because people are going to be coming here and they're going to be staying. Brockton better get their shit together too, because Brockton is 40 miles. Brockton's 40 minutes, 20, so many minutes away that people would book hotels here and get up in the morning and go. And if you had to, you could get your hotel here in Brockton, take the train to South Station, and then take the train from South Station to the games, to the FIFA game. You all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. you're probably not even going to be able to get down to the lots when FIFA hits. And Frank's been there for Revolution games, and it can get crazy depending who's coming into town for the Revolution games. It can get crazy sometimes. They've got a good little following down there. Yep. Frank knows. FIFA's about to get. FIFA and PBR. Y'all stop. Fakes and the frauds. Just stay inside, bro. Stay inside. So there they are. When the dust settles. This is the first time you guys are seeing these guys together right there. It's a great freaking picture to debut the show. When the Dust Settles, produced by Sinister One Productions. It's coming. It's coming. And we're punching people in the face. We are punching people in the face, man. Kicking you off 3 seconds into the ride. I'm just letting you know. Good stuff, Frank. Good job, Frank. Just want to give him props. Being out there at the New England Rodeo. These guys are going back. Like I said, they're going back in October. Oh, guy was like, yep, you guys are coming back. You guys are going to be in the shoot. You're going to be doing interviews. We're all set. We straight. Also in the sports booth, Patriots lost 21-14. Look, here's the deal. Patriots are in second place in the AFC East. Undefeated is Buffalo. The Dolphins and the Jets, 0-3. The Pats could very well be 3-0 right now. They could very well be 3-0 right now. But you got the youngest, right now the Patriots are the youngest team in the NFL. And I don't want to use that as an excuse. But they are the youngest team in the NFL, which means you don't really have a veteran presence. And you see a guy who is a veteran presence like Jabril Peppers on defense, who you gave up, makes a big play in this game this past weekend that they lost 21-14. The Patriots was in this. The Pats were in this game. The whole game. This whole entire game, the Pats were lucky to be 14-14 right up until the fourth quarter. They were very lucky with 5 turnovers to still be in this game. But as you all know and everyone knows, you can't turn the ball over 5 times and win games in the NFL at home, especially at home, number one. Number two of those turnovers were end zone turnovers. A Drake May pick and a Ramondre Stevenson fumble while crossing the line. Man, oh man. That's 14 points. You get those 2 points, you win this game. You beat the Steelers, and you're 2-1 in the division. And I gotta give props to Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson gave probably what was, in my eyes, in all of Patriots history. In all of Patriots history, Ramondre Stevenson gave what I would say was the best post-press conference in the history of the Patriots. Top 3 moments. Ramondre Stevenson gets up there, and most of these young cats, they get up there. I played the clip 2 seasons ago. I forget who it was that dropped the ball, Stonehands. Dropped the ball, and he got up there, and he was like, what did you see? He had the whole attitude. He didn't take responsibility for dropping. Ramondre Stevenson, I'm giving him props. I know a lot of people are like, cut his ass, get rid of him. I get it. But I got to give him props. Ramondre Stevenson got up there, and he was like, look, this team pays me to hold on to the ball. If I can't hold on to the ball, then I have no value to the team, and I get cut. And he left it at... Ramondre Stevenson. I'm gonna give you props, bro. Because a lot of young cats don't take responsibility like that. They don't realize That was dead on. If I don't have value to this team, I'm cut. I'm dropped. And you couldn't ask. After he said that, the press was like, you couldn't ask any more questions. You couldn't, because he just put the shit out there. He put it out there and let you know. There was nothing anybody could have said. He said everything he said right there, and that was boom. I don't have any value to the team if I can't hold the ball in those situations. Bam. Love it. Love it. I wish more of these young cats would take that responsibility. Love it. Love it. What's up, Rose? Thank you for tuning in. Man, I'll tell you, Frank, you're a football coach. You've coached youth football. You don't see a lot. You don't see a lot of that. You really don't. You don't see a lot of people stepping up and taking responsibility for the actions. It's always, this or this or this. Somebody did this, or coach pushed me to. You don't really see a lot of that. And it's a constant battle. So, like I said, he got up there, he said what he said, and I was like, bro, it was nothing else. The press nobody could ask him anymore. He said what he said. And he's right. That you fumbled that ball going over the line. You weren't down. All you had to do is hold it till you hit the ground. That's all you had to do. Hold it till you hit the ground. You didn't. You held it loose, and dude punched it out right there, just as you crossed the line. So right now, the Patriots very well could have be 3-0, to be honest, and chasing Buffalo. But right now they're 1-2, and the Panthers are they're going. I think Carolina coming here, or are they going to Carolina? Frank's a season ticket holder. I'm trying to remember if the Panthers are coming here. Panthers are hot right now. But this is week 4. Week 4, I tell people that week 4, after week 4, we start to tell the pretenders from the contenders. After week 4, I feel like week 4 is when you really know what you start to have in the NFL. I hate the fact that preseason was dropped to 3 weeks, to 3 games. And I'm going to let you know, I don't know if I've said this before in this show. The reason why I hate the fact that they've dropped preseason to 3 weeks is because I felt like 4 weeks of preseason was perfect. I felt like it was a perfect process to get the roster down, get you guys in there, to get them acclimated. And I feel like, and I've seen this. I've seen it. We've seen this time and time again. Ever since they've dropped that 4th preseason week 1 in the NFL has become a shitty toss-up week. Everybody's trying to make their picks. Everybody's trying to see who's what. And week 1 of the NFL has turned into this toss-up, because I feel like 3 weeks isn't good for you to really know what you got for a team and making them cuts. That's my opinion. And we seen it. We seen it last year. Patriots came out week 1, heavily underdogged against the Cincinnati Bengals. And what happens? Patriots come out and they punch the Bengals right in the mouth. And then everybody's talking all this crap about, Gerard Mayo, and everybody's talking Super Bowl and crap like that. And it was like, it's only week 1. It's only week 1. Wait till week 4. I always tell people, week 4, contenders from pretenders, week 4. We've seen it. And the thing is, we've seen it here. We've seen it here with the Patriots. Remember the Patriots? They were on a tear week 1, week 2. The season that they went to Super Bowl 1. And then they come in, and who came to town on week 4? Kansas City came to town week 4 and blew the Patriots out. And everybody was like, oh, the Patriots are done. Kansas City, oh, bro, blah, 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 blah. After week 4, Patriots went on a tear. And then went and won the Super Bowl. Okay? The year they got rid of Loy and Malloy, right before the opener against Buffalo. And they get spanked 31-7. And everybody was like declaring the Patriots dead. Oh, you should have never made that trade. Should have never got rid of the lawyer. Oh, man, Buffalo coming. And what happened that year? Patriots went on a tear. And then finished out the season beating Buffalo 31-7. And then they went on to win the Super Bowl that year. So I always tell everybody, week 4. After week 4, you start knowing your contenders and your pretenders. Anybody, you can't even really go, like right now, Buffalo is undefeated, Philadelphia is undefeated, and everybody's talking about, you really can't, because we've seen this. We've seen teams come out the gate and be 3-0 or be 4, and then something happens. It could be injury, it could be whatever, it could be teams did, and we've seen it. A team will come in and figure it out. And now you done messed up this team for the rest of the season. We've seen this time and time again where teams are just, they come out 3-0, and then they go up against that one team that really does their homework and figures out the way to shut them down. And guess what happens? Every team that they play after that uses the same plan. And then what do we see? We've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen that with Miami. Remember Miami one year came out? Miami came out. Everybody's like, oh, Miami's going to be this. And then it was the Wildcat. Remember that year when the Wildcat came out? And Miami was running. Miami was killing everybody with the Wildcat. And then somebody, I forget who they matched up with, and somebody said, here's what we going to do. Here's what we are going to do. Shut that Wildcat right down. And every team used it. So, like I said, week 4, contenders, pretenders. After week 4, you start really knowing who's who. You really know who's who. And right now, the Patriots, they're looking crappy at 1-2, but they know why they lost. They know why they lost against the Raiders. They know why they lost this weekend against the Steelers. They know. You can't give gifts away. You got to protect the rock and hold the ball and keep them points. Because you look at this game this past weekend, Patriots had one drive that was like 7 minutes and 40-something seconds with like 15 plays or something. Ate up the clock like crazy. And then you get in the end zone and you fumble it away. Even the Drake May one, And the 21 that put them ahead came off the Drake May sack fumble. So or pick he threw. So again, it was all turnovers. Steelers were playing great defense. Look, the play at the end of the game by Eccles, that tackle by Eccles at the end of the game, where the Patriots were trying to get, it was short yardage. They only needed like 3 yards. But Eccles comes in and he actually runs past the man that he runs past them and spins and grabs his leg and just, I don't know how he was able to do it. He kept his one hand and was able to get that wrap around and pull him down and make that tackle. That textbook. Look, I love football. I love my Patriots, but you got to give props when props have to be given. And that tackle Eccles made, it saved them from getting the first down and possibly winning that game. If Eccles don't make that play, that's a first down and more. If he misses that tackle, first down and then some. And you got momentum. You got the crowd on their side. So, hats off to him. Hats off to Eccles, because that was a crazy play. Crazy tackle. I was like, damn. And like I said, I give props when props have to be given. I'm on it. Is that the last thing in the sports booth? I'm rolling right along. The fact that my guest is there. Let's get into the legal booth. In the legal booth, if you guys didn't hear yet, it was breaking news. Ryan Routh he is the guy who tried to assassinate Donald Trump in Florida at the golf course, Trump course. He was found guilty today, and guess what happened? Found guilty today, and this gentleman in court, after being found guilty, snatched up a pen and stabbed himself in the neck. Why? Crazy is this. Look, we've seen these crazy things when it. Why can't we just have? Why can't we have people who assassinate or try to assassinate and not have all this craziness happen? We've had people who were assassins and then they get assassinated themselves at their trials. We've got this guy now who tried to assassinate President Trump, and now he tries to kill himself with a pen. This man, he didn't seem crazy already to the point where I don't get it. If he's crazy, then why do you have pens around him? He wasn't a suicide risk? Y'all didn't see this? Craziness. So if you guys didn't hear, Ryan Routh was found guilty for trying to assassinate President Trump at the Florida golf course. You guys remember this year. And like I said, he was found guilty and he tried to kill himself and stab himself. Craziness. Also, in the legal booth, California bans law enforcement officers from wearing masks while conducting operations. Now let's get this right. I know there are people that might be out there and mad about this and mad about that. Look, they had to put all of law enforcement in this law, or it would look like that they're singling out ICE. So I get it. I understand why Governor Newsom passed this law and why this law passed, because it wouldn't pass if you just single out ICE. It wouldn't, because now you're being biased with your law. So they had to make it all of law enforcement while conducting operations. Now, I got to read this law over because I know SWAT and those guys of that such, they wear masks to protect themselves from flashbangs and things of that sort. So I've got to read the law because I'm pretty sure the law is still going to protect like SWAT, those type of law enforcement that go into certain situations. I'm pretty sure it's going to have the details. I'm going to have to look it over and read, see. I think this is more about the daily, like regular police work. You're on the beat and you're out there in the cruiser, no mask, and I think that's going to be it. So I got to read the law. I got to see. I think those conducting raids, like the narcotics SWATs, and I think they're going to be protected. I think this was the way it is. I got to read it and see exactly how it's going to break down. But it's more so for ICE. It's more so for these ICE guys. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with ICE, and they keep changing the rules with ICE as it goes along. There are people who are wearing attire that they shouldn't even be wearing. There's just so much going on. So California places a ban on law enforcement. This is setting a precedent, a legal precedent. We're gonna have to look and watch and see what other states follow suit with this. But that was also breaking. Also in the legal booth, here we go. Tom Homan. Now I see a lot of people out there saying it's a no story. Well, it's a no story. It's a no story because Trump got into office and his DOJ killed the investigation. And I see a lot of people saying it's a no story. It is a story. It is a story. I'm going to let you know why it's a story and why y'all sound stupid out here saying that it was a plug, it was a setup, it was this. It wasn't. He's on video. He's taking the bribe. He promised these people that he was going to hook them up with contracts once Trump got in. It's all on video. Here's the thing. Everybody's saying it's this and it's that and it's this and that. Okay. He was caught on camera in 2024 before Trump got into office. But Trump was running for presidency. Now follow me here. This is where you all sound crazy. You all sound stupid as hell when you say this is a fix. The Biden administration was in operation during that time. Harris was running. If this was such a fix, if this was such a bogus thing, okay? When Tom Homan took that bag of money, why didn't Tom Homan just go right to Trump or whoever and say, hey, the Biden administration just tried to set me the fuck up, try to make me look bad, try to make me look like I'm taking a bribe. Why didn't Homan do that and bring that to Trump's attention so Trump could show up at one of these rallies or show up at one of these debates and say, hey, y'all tried to set my guy up. Y'all tried to set my guy up and make him look bad. So for all y'all MAGA people out here talking about it's a setup, it's a bad story, it's a no story, blah, blah, this and that. Okay, so if so, then why wasn't this information released then? See, y'all don't think about this and how this shit works. Why wasn't this released then? If Tom Homan is such a good guy, if Tom Homan wasn't taking a bribe on camera, if Tom Homan wasn't planning on giving information to Trump to set somebody up with a contract, why didn't they just come out back then in 2024 and say, hey, yo, the Democrats is trying to set me up. Look at this here. Yeah, they got me on video, but they trying to set me up. We know they trying to set. So why didn't this come out in 2024? See, this is what you all don't think, bro. This is what you all don't think about this. Everybody's out here talking about it's a setup, it's a no story. It's a no story because Trump killed it. Because they got the info and they killed it. And swept it under the rug. DOJ squashed it. Trump's DOJ squashed it. I see people saying the case was thrown out. It was closed. Nothing. It's a no story. Yeah, it was. Because Trump got in the office and he killed it when he put his DOJ into place. Because I'm just going to let you know, if it wasn't dirty, he should have unveiled that in 2024, and they didn't. And that's the reason why I'm sitting here right now, and I'm calling bullshit. So Tom Homan is exactly the scumbag that they said he was. We were warned. Mr. Holier Than Thou, sending criminals back to Mexico. Elitists. And they're gonna try to do whatever. You know, they were gonna run the Jimmy Kimmel Railroad train narrative, but now he's back, so they can't run that narrative to keep this quiet, because now people are gonna go back to focusing on this story, this $50,000 bribe story. And Tom Homan, let me show you. This is what Tom Homan had to say about it. Watch this right here. Here we go. Courtesy of Fox News.
I make sacrifices every day. I got more death threats than anybody. I got a security team around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I mean, I haven't lived with my wife in months because I don't want her to be here right now with all the threats. So after all the sacrifices, after serving my nation for all these years, they want to come on and dirty me up. And it's not going to end. There's a hit piece on me every 2 weeks. But keep coming, because you know what? Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. And Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
Is Tom Homan the Rock now? Is he the fucking Rock now? Is Tom Homan the Rock now, talking in third person about himself? Is Tom Homan really? Look.
I make sacrifices every day. I got more death threats than anybody. I got a security team around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I mean, I haven't lived with my wife in months because I don't want her to be here right now with all the threats. So after all the sacrifices, after serving my nation for all these years, they want to come on and dirty me up. And it's not going to end. There's a hit piece on me every 2 weeks. But keep coming, because you know what? Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. And Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
Lighten up, Francis. Lighten up, Francis.
Bro is talking in third person. doesn't matter what you think, Tom. No, bro, you got caught, bro. Look, Tom.
No, you done f***ed up, don't you? No, don't you?
They're coming for you. Michelle Wu and Healy are going to throw a press. I'm just telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Y'all not dodging this. Like I said, y'all MAGA people on my page, you can come. You can come and try to support this man and try to say this and that. But look, he was caught in 2024. If he took that bag with money and knew it was money, he should have went right to Trump and said, hey, the Democrats, Biden and these guys is trying to set me up, it should have came out in 2024. Right? Anybody with common sense, you all in the chat, right? If he wasn't up to no good, right? Chris Gaggy, if he was up to no good and he was holier than thou, when he went to Trump and said, hey, they trying to set me up. Look, they just gave me $50,000. Put this out there. Hit them with that at the debate. Right? Right? Why are we finding out about it now? Because they covered it up. Because they knew he was dirty. They knew he was taking, look, stop it. Stop it. He was taking money, and he was going to set people up once he could get into Trump, because he was already in Trump's ear. He already knew. He was already setting shit up. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And anyone coming on my page defending this man, stop it. Stop it. Got caught. He got caught. Let's get into Trump troubles. And I'm pleased to announce November 2nd will be the return of Vote 48, 4 p.m., Gigi's Function Room here on Crescent Street in Brockton. For those who don't know, 2 years ago, I created this event called Vote 48. And what Vote 48 is that, wow, we're at 8:12. I didn't even know we was already over the hour. What Vote 48 is something that I am trying to start that I want to take off across the country. I want Brockton to be the catalyst for this event. Vote 48 is an event where candidates come out and speak to the undecided voters. Not their base, not the opposite, the undecideds. So the mayors will have 10 minutes, and then any other position, city council, ward council, school committee, is 7 minutes. You get, in those minutes, you have to put together your best speech or best words to sway that undecided voter. Now, these people, everybody who's confirming, the first event that I put out had 9 candidates show up. 9 candidates show up. And the reason why I started this event is because in the city of Brockton, the voter turnout is low. It's nothing to be proud of. It's low. And when you have low voter turnouts, one of the things that happens in your elections with low voter turnout is, guess what? You have elections decided by very low margins. We had Ollie Spears against Ann Beauregard in Ward 5 for city council. That ended up being decided by 3 votes. No, 1 vote. They were 1 vote. Anna Oliver and Matt Stanton, Ward 3 school committee, decided by 3 votes. Now, I bring this one up because this is a great example. Anna and Matt, even though Anna is not in the picture, Anna had to leave. I think she had an event with her son or daughter that she had to leave. So she came and she actually asked to speak first. Anna had come and Matt spoke. And their election was decided, Anna won, and that one was 3 votes. And I go back and I say, here we are again. You could almost say that anybody who came to that event that night or watched online that night, you could say that, hey, they could be 1 or 2 or those 3 votes. See what I'm saying, people? So this event, I put this event out there and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it again. Second time around, we're going to do it again. And I said, what? Let me see what we get. Response for people to come out. And guess what? Holy shit. Holy shit. Right now, I just put Vote 48 number 2 out. Second edition of Vote 48 for this election. And right now, I think I am at confirmed 12 candidates are coming. 12. We've already surpassed the original 9. We're at 12. And we still have months. Still have a month and a half to go before this event. This could really be exactly what I want. I want this to be the catalyst for events across the country. I want every city and town that has an election on Tuesday, I want them to take that Sunday before and host their own Vote 48. I'm probably going to have to hurry up and copyright that name. I'm probably going to hurry up and have to copyright that name, but I want Brockton to be that catalyst. I want people to say, hey, that started in Brockton. That idea started in Brockton. And when you look at it, the fact that you have all your candidates come out and speak with the undecideds, and you know this, so here's the thing. The candidates coming who've confirmed, here's the thing. They know there's no questions being asked. You're not going to be asked any questions. No questions asked. You have minutes. And you already know who you're talking to. So you're not coming to a speaking engagement and trying to figure out, am I talking to union members? Am I talking to this person? Am I talking to who am I putting? Nope. You already know. Months out, you know, I've got to put my best 10 minutes. The mayors, if the mayor's confirmed, the mayors have to put their best 10 minutes to speak to the undecided voters. 10 minutes. Everybody else is 7. So they all know right now, get to writing. Get on it. And hey, I'm a DJ. So I'm just letting y'all know right now, I'm a DJ. We're going to have fun with this one. There ain't going to be no people going over there 7 minutes. Ain't going to be no people going over. You all know who you are. I love you all, but you all know who you are. And you're not going over your minutes. I'm a DJ. I'm going to have something really fun for everybody that's not disrespectful. I want it to be respectful to the point where I also want this to be part of the catalyst. Those who go over, we're going to have some fun with it. And I want that to become part of the catalyst of this Vote 48. I'm right now, I'm truly blessed. I'm blessed to see that I have 12 candidates already locked in. And some serious races. Matt and Anna are both coming back. Ward 3 school committee. Both of them two are coming back. Both of them confirmed. Well, we coming back. Both of us is coming back. Ward 1 is another contested one because Tom Minicello has stepped down. So that's an open seat for Ward 1. I've already got confirmation from those guys. I'm waiting to hear Steve Pina, see if he's coming. I'm waiting. I just sent him the leak. I'm waiting. Look, and hey, if the mayors both decide we're coming, that's it, people. That's a wrap. The house is going to be packed, and it's actually going to change the thought process and the stigma that we have with Gigi's Lounge. You know, Sammy Sergio has a great business down there. He's been here in the Brockton area forever. Unfortunately, he's had stigma from the way past attached to his place, and he's trying to change that. He's ripped out the pool tables. He's turned it into this nice function room. And Stella's is going to be catering this event, which is, the pizza, some of the best pizza and salad in Brockton. But they're going to be catering. So, people, this is a big deal. I'm proud, and to be honest, I don't even know how I'm going to feel that night. If this turns out to be what I think it's going to be, I don't know. And I've already said, if you go and read the event, I've already said to people that, this where Gigi's is located, it's It's 4 lanes of traffic, 2 on each side. It's a huge intersection right there at the school and at the Plymouth Street. It's a huge intersection. So here's the thing, people. If you're somebody who has a team and you have signs, you're already strategically checking out. There's an old parking lot right here where this old laundromat used to be. Oh, we're gonna camp right here. We're gonna have our team right here with all our signs and all our. Hey, we're gonna be right here in this body shop that's closed right now, but we're gonna stand our team right here. Hey, we're gonna stand right here in front of Me King. People, we're gonna stand across the street, right by the Plymouth Street projects. We're gonna stand on the corner where the school is. You see what I'm saying? This is about to be. If this event turns into what I think it's going to be, I want this, like I said, I want this to be something that they do across the country, other cities and towns. I want people to say, hey, we took this idea from the city of Brockton. We took this from the city of Brockton. I might even reach out to some people I see that grassroots, other cities and towns, say, hey, you ever thought about doing this? And if Frank Zanowski is still in the chat, it's almost like the shoutouts. When I started the shoutouts, for those who don't remember, I'm a DJ. I was asked by the Brockton Junior Boxers to be their game day DJ, and one of the things I started was that I started the shoutout to be a fundraiser to raise money for the organization. And what it was $1. You came up and you made a $1 donation to shout out your kid. If you had a business, it was $5. I shouted out your business for $5 over the microphone. Guess what happened? It ended up being one of the biggest fundraisers for the Brockton Junior Boxers organization, to the point where we went to a game out at King Philip. We went to a game at King Philip, and the guy was there. He was announcing. And I walked in the place, and I'm at the concession stand. The dude from King Philip, he came all the way from downstairs. He said, "You Keith Hayes?" Yeah. You're the Junior Boxers announcer, right? Yeah. He goes, "Hey, I ask you a question. How do you do this? How do you do that shout out thing?" Simple, easy. He's like, "How? We want that here." It's that simple. I said, "You just get a can." I says, "And then before each game, because it's Pop Warner, you have 6 teams, 8 teams, or whatever. Before each game, you just make that announcement and say, hey, you want to shout out your kid? It's $1. Just make it nice for everybody to enjoy." I says, and then everybody starts coming up and shouting. I said, and then what happens is what we did in Brockton is we made it a competition. So now we wanted Brockton to always outnumber the opposing team in shout-outs. So now for every 2 that came from the visiting team, we wanted 3 or 4 to come from the Brockton side and support their kids. And to be honest, it wasn't easy. I'm gonna tell you a story. Frank, if you're still in the chat, Frank was still coaching then. When I first started the shout-outs, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because I had to get parents to buy in. And I wasn't getting parents to buy in. So I'll tell you, it was right up here. It was the Mary Baker Field. It was a Sunday. And at the Mary Baker Field, it was a Sunday, and we had Cape Cod came to town. I want to say it was Falmouth. I want to say it was Falmouth that came into. Falmouth, Money Town. They're here. They come in. Falmouth comes in. Start doing shout-outs. Little Jimmy, Cape Cod, Falmouth. Little Timmy, Falmouth. Tommy, Falmouth. Susan, Falmouth. And it went on and on. Like the first game of the day. Here in Falmouth. Maybe one Brockton. Another Brockton. Now they're getting their butts kicked. It's halftime. I remember leaving my spot, putting my headphones down. I remember at halftime, going over, the parents are there, the kids are down at the other end of the field, whatever, it is what it is. All the parents are there on the sidelines. I'm like, hey, yo, we got a problem here. I remember one dude said, what's the issue, Hayes? He says, y'all ain't doing shout-outs. I remember one of the mothers one of the cheerleading coaches, Miko. She was standing there. She was just, and she always listened to what I said. She always listened to the things that I said because she liked what I had to say. And I said to the parents on the Brockton side, I said, hey, y'all not doing any shout outs for these kids. I said, Falmouth is over here killing us in the shout outs. I had one dude, you know how dudes be. Oh, come on, Hayes, that's good. That means they're putting money into our program. And I laughed. I said, this is how these ninjas are thinking. Some of these ninjas are thinking right now. Really? They're putting money in our program? He's like, yeah, man. Let them put the money into the program. I said, okay. He said, here's the deal, bro. And I looked at him, we're standing there, and since he wanted to get, talk stuff and say, I said, look, here's the deal. It says, while little Timmy, Tommy, and Susan are all getting shout outs from their parents and getting called out, I says, here's your son, DeQuan, out here on the field with you holding a $4 Dunkin' Donuts coffee and a $3 Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. And he's out here, you know what he's wondering? He's wondering why his dad hasn't gone up and put a shout out in for him while he's out here on this field, while you in here stuffing your face with an Egg McMuffin and drinking your hot Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but you can't give me $1 to shout out your son who's out here wondering why you haven't done it yet. I said, y'all need to remember that. While all these kids on the other side are getting shout out, y'all sitting here talking about how much money they're putting into our organization, and your kids are out there right now. You know what they're doing down there at halftime while they're getting instruction for the coach? They're wondering why my parent hasn't done a shout out yet. And I walked away, and I remember Miko looking at me, and she smiled. She was like, walked back to my DJ booth, and guess what happened in the third quarter? Let me give 5 shout outs. Yo, Keith, bro, you didn't have to do that, but bro, I thought about it. Yo, give me 10 shout outs. Yo, give me. And they got it. And guess what? From that game on, oh, when you came to Brockton, when you came to, I had parents coming up before the kids even took the field. I had parents coming up, my kids in the B game at 3:00. I need you to do the whole team. Here's 30. Save it for that game. Bro, it got serious. So, I'm proud of that. I'm happy to that. And wow, we're at 8:28. Again, I don't know what happened to my guest. I'm gonna have to reschedule her. Let me get into, so Vote 48 is coming November 2nd. I want this to be a catalyst for the city of Brockton, something that we start. Also, in the Trump troubles, RFK and Trump was at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, and he said that, during his speech, he said that RFK was going to make this big announcement about autism and blah, blah, blah. Make sure to tune into the White House tomorrow. They're going to break this story. It's a big issue. It's a big thing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, let me tune in. I tune in on Monday. And you know what they come out and announce? If y'all been watching the booth since 2019, y'all know about the lawsuit. The lawsuit against Tylenol, where there is a group that has been claiming that Tylenol is linked to autism. But in these times of this lawsuit, there has been no credible evidence to link autism to Tylenol. There hasn't. We've covered this on the show. We've talked about this on the show. So the fact that I have friends who follow me on this show and they're praising Robert F. Kennedy right now and saying he and Trump administration, you all stop. You need to stop. I have a good friend of mine, Kelsey, who's on my page, and she went on there and she's like, #awareness. What is there to be aware of? There's nothing that they're making people aware of. It's already out there. There's a lawsuit in place. There's facts already out there. There really isn't a connection. They've settled in some states with Tylenol, but there is no solid connection. So to come out here and have RFK sign off and claim that Tylenol is linked to autism is absolutely insane. We're going right back to that moment when during COVID and Trump talked about injecting bleach and drinking bleach. Like, are you serious, bro? We're back to this dangerous stuff. And, you know, you've got a whole bunch of women feeling guilty now that you were told to take time. We need to stop this. We need to stop these false narratives. And what bothers me is that the Trump administration puts stuff out there and then everybody fucking swallows it and follows it hook, line, and sinker. I'm seeing all these people on my timeline talking about, oh, there's going to be a big lawsuit now. Oh, Tylenol's going out of business. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, Trump and RFK, they found the link. I'm like, they didn't find no link, bro. There's no fucking link. They didn't find nothing. They didn't find shit. This lawsuit has been out there since 2019 in 20 different states. They didn't find nothing. This is false narrative. Don't believe it. Don't fall for the okie doke. Because that's all this is. Y'all keep falling for the okie doke. They keep putting fake crap out there. It's like I'm in transportation. I work a job in transportation. Right now, there's a ton of transportation jobs across the country because Biden passed the transportation bill, which has all these jobs going on across the country under transportation, bridges, roads, all this stuff. And when this stuff goes up, they put the signs up that says, hey, the Biden administration is responsible for this. Some places it tells you how long it's going to be before the project is done and this and that. And guess what, people? If you go to some of these states and some of these places, guess what's happened? The Trump administration has gone and taken those signs down and put Trump signs up like the Trump administration is responsible for this. And guess what? People believe it. They eat it up, and it's not true. It's false narrative. It's fake. It's lies. We need to stop and do our homework. Because for every person who's knowledgeable and knows, Frank Zanowski's in the chat right now, and he was a guy, and he's right in here right now. RFK's a fool. Frank knows the difference between common sense. When you start having to use common sense, bro, RFK is just a yes man. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's just a yes man to just say yes to whatever they tell him to say yes to. And the fact that you put out here that Tylenol is linked to autism when there's already a fucking lawsuit that's been out there since 2019. That and all the information and all the studies and everything is out there. But yet you people want to believe everything that they put out there. I saw Caroline Levette. Caroline. Oh, don't get me started singing that song. Caroline. Bring up the outcast. You outcast. Caroline. Oh, man. Y'all need to stop, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then y'all, then you go get into the thing with Charlie Kirk. I'm upset about Charlie Kirk. Why? Why am I upset about Charlie Kirk? Before we get out of here, I'm upset about Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk could have been me. Charlie Kirk could have been me. I don't have Charlie Kirk numbers on social media, but again, Charlie Kirk could have been me. Because I have the same exact type of followers and people on my page who could take my life at an event. I could be out DJing and not paying attention, and somebody could walk in here and say, hey, you're Sinister One. Oh, you did this to me on Facebook, and shoot me. That's the scary thing about it. You silenced that man's. You don't have to agree with what Charlie Kirk said. He had his freedom of speech. And some of the stuff he said was borderline racist, but again, he had his freedom of speech, and you all took that away from him with a bullet. And that could have very well have been me, because I talk the same thing, but opposite. And you all don't seem to get that. And when Charlie Kirk's death happened, I saw everybody going back and forth over this whole thing, and I didn't say nothing. I said the one thing. This is my only post about Charlie Kirk. I said, murder is murder. Enough said. Murder is murder. Enough said. And close this out. You know, there are some who say what there were things that he said. And I saw somebody share a post this week today. Somebody shared a post today, and they had shown that when the two Democrats were killed back in June, you know, it was nobody voted against it. They voted over this, and it was unanimous. But then I saw somebody post how the Charlie Kirk resolution, that there were so many Democrats who voted against it. And I said, hey, you got to stop spinning these numbers. The reason why people are against the Charlie Kirk resolution, and the person who shared this was a veteran. And I said to him, when he posted, I said, you're a veteran. How the fuck, and I got to say this, how the fuck are you here supporting the fact that the Charlie Kirk resolution was, one, flying the flags at half-staff, number one. Number two, they're talking about making a holiday for this guy. Charlie Kirk was a political influence. When you lower that flag is for people who've been president and people who've served in the military and those who lost their lives while serving in the military. Charlie Kirk was neither of those. He didn't deserve that honor to have the flag flown at half-staff for him. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. If we're going to start doing that, then we need to put the flag down half-staff when innocent kids get killed in school. And then we can start this whole debate and make it all a messy mess. He was just simply a podcast influencer. No different than what the fuck I do. No different. And if Sinister One takes a bullet to his neck and dies, nobody's putting flags at half-staff for me. So why should they put flags at half-staff for Charlie Kirk? Hell fucking no. And every veteran should have been sickened by it. Every veteran should have been upset by it, because when you put those flags at half-staff, you then disgraced every veteran who's given their life and have had that flag flown at half-staff for them. Or have served. This is what I'm talking about, people. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. This is the craziness, man. Craziness. There should not be a holiday for Charlie Kirk. And I already had somebody say, well, Martin Luther King got a holiday. That was different, bro. Martin Luther King was completely different. This is a man who changed civil rights. Stop it. There's no comparison, bro. He was a fucking influencer. Charlie Kirk was no different than me. The only difference between me and Charlie Kirk was the numbers on TikTok. That's it. He's getting speaking engagements across the college. I'm sitting here on fucking Restream. Okay? And some of the stuff, like I said, he said, and I'm just going to play it right here. Here we go.
As far as Charlie Kirk opinions, just look up anything a black pastor has said, and that's anything that needs to be said.
Gotta be careful of the positions you take, because they might just come back and take you. I am not applauding his death. That boy should not have died. His children got to be raised without a father. His wife has to deal with living without her husband. It should not have gone down like that. But the Bible says, if you live by the sword, be careful of your public positions, because the Bible says you will reap what you sow. They're just watching it go down. We'll try to rob you of your soul.
The end.
Here's the craziness, people. I watched this rally, and I saw the White House, Stephen Miller, get up there, and Stephen Miller cut this whole speech talking about they woke up this, and it's almost like he's calling out black people. And what's driving me crazy about this, I'm hearing a lot of this they, you, and people blaming black people. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, why the fuck are you all blaming black people for Charlie Kirk's death when it was a white guy whose parents were MAGA Trump people? How does this turn into a racial thing? I'm fucking mind fucked. I'm fucking mind blown. I gotta swear, because this country is headed in the wrong fucking direction right now. How does Charlie Kirk's death fall on minority people? How does it? It wasn't Democrats that killed Charlie Kirk. It wasn't minorities. So I don't know who the fuck Stephen Miller was talking about when he was saying they. It's like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't dating a transgender. That story was a lie. That was proven to be a lie. That story was put out there. It was a lie. He wasn't dating a transgender. It was a lie. That story was a lie. The dude that killed him, he came from a MAGA family. It was a whole, they were supporters of Trump and everything. So the fact, and even still, Frank, even if that story was true, again, it was a white guy, not a black person. So when Stephen Miller gets up there and they're talking all this crazy stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you all really trying to make the Civil War happen, because it was a white guy that killed him at the end of the day. It's craziness. The guy who tried to assassinate Trump and stabbed himself in the neck today was a white guy. I just don't get it. I'm like fucking mind blown right now. And I'm sorry for swearing, but this country's at a point where we gotta figure it out, bro. We gotta figure it out. We're at some scary times, bro. And I'm gonna tell you how scary it is. I take the train back and forth to work. I take the T commuter rail back and forth to work. I get on that bus. I get on the Ashmont bus in the morning, take the Ashmont train to the Silver Line, then I take the Silver Line. And when I come home, I take the Silver Line to South Station, and I take the train from South Station to Brockton. And you know what? This is how crazy times are in this country. I used to get on the commuter rail train and take that train home, or take the commuter rail train in. You know what my thoughts would be on that ride in or ride home? Man, I hope the train don't break down. Man, I hope the doors don't get stuck open at a stop when we stop. Those were my thoughts. You know what my thoughts are now when I take the commuter rail? And this is some scary shit, bro. And this is no lie. I'm being real with you. This is Sinister One being fucking real with you all right now. When I get on the commuter rail train right now, I start looking at passengers. And I start saying to myself, wow, this is gonna be the guy. You all know what I'm fucking getting at right now, right? Is this gonna be the guy that's gonna stand up on this train and let his views be spoken with bullets? I'm just telling you all. This is where we're at in this country. And that's what scares me, that I have this thought process in my mind now, that I'm in fear. That I'm like, damn, bro, I'm on the commuter rail train now, and I gotta worry about, is this gonna be the day that somebody's gonna stand up on this train and be like, fuck y'all, screw you all? I just came from Ohio. I drove Vengeance all the way to Ohio. And I ain't gonna lie, I went to Ohio, and trust and believe me, I drove all the way to Ohio, and I wasn't naked. I was not naked going to Ohio. Why? Because part of me was like, at first, I'm like, okay, I really don't like going through New York. But you know what? If I follow the rules and keep my shit locked up, once I'm out of New York, I'm straight. I can pull over at the first rest area, and I don't have to be naked. Why? Because I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, And, you know, Viana said something to me too and made me think about, you know, here you are, you go outside of Massachusetts and people think of Massachusetts as this horrible fucking Democratic state that's the devil. You hear it in the news. You hear Tom Homan talking about it. You heard Trump talking about Massachusetts. And I thought about this and I'm like, fuck. Here I am, I'm in Vengeance, which is already attracts attention as it is, but I'm in this with a fucking Massachusetts plate. A Massachusetts plate headed out through Pennsylvania and Ohio. And now part of me is like, damn, bro. All it takes is some dude in a fucking Dodge Ram. Know what I'm saying? Flag on the back. Pull up behind me. And here I am. Black ass Sinister One in a fancy ass motorcycle with a Massachusetts plate. If that ain't triggering to some of these crazy nutshells out there, if that ain't triggering, tell me what. Because I'm just letting y'all know, this is the shit that I really kind of think about. That shit could be triggering to some of these crazy people out here right now. Who's he think he is coming into Ohio? Mr. Daddy, looking like Daddy Warbucks in Massachusetts plates. Am I wrong for thinking that way? I don't know, bro. Like I said, I get on the train every day now, and now I'm worried about, you know, certain people on the train. Like I'm like watching, like, damn, this the day. Is this a day? Is this the day? Frank says, I'm not a cop no more. I can speak freely. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. Frank says, watch out, the nutbag white kid, 18. Frank, 18 to 30. I don't want to profile. But I started, look, Frank, I ain't gonna lie. When you see certain kids or young dudes, white dudes get on the train, you know what the first thing I start doing? I peep the t-shirt or whatever they're wearing. I peep the shirt. If they got like a grunt style shirt or you know what I'm saying? If they got them a 2A, if they come on the train, they got the backpack with a 2A shirt on, oh man, I might have to get up and switch to another car. I don't want to profile. Frank says I will profile. He says I move. Frank says I move. That's coming. That's real talk. Frank's a retired police officer. He just retired, people. Frank's a retired police officer. Now think about that. This is a retired police officer telling you right now. He's profiling and he's moving. And Frank's a white man. A retired cop. Ooh. So see, maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm not wrong, bro. Wow, it's 8:48. 8:48. I got to get out of here. It's been a great show. Let me get into some of the stuff here we got going on. Frank said, Mom didn't raise no fool. I got to thank everybody for tuning in the show, hanging out with me. These were the beanies that everybody took off my hands. That I don't have. I have some t-shirts. I actually have some Sinister One shirts. I got to put them out there next week and maybe give them away. But these are the beanies that everybody bought up. These are the shows I produce. Drafting the Circuits is tomorrow night. Oscar Mike Radio is Thursday nights. Deanna Marie, make sure to follow her everywhere. Fubar Studios, Homeland Hero Salute. Talk Back with Gloria Shea came back. Also remember the Bat Bus. Bat Bus is free from now until the 2026. Also, if you do Uber or Lyft after hours, you get a discount. Emerge Career, if you know somebody who's been formerly incarcerated, there's a chance for them to be able to get a CDL license. If all their stuff is cleared up, please reach out to Emerge. Journey Church, Thursdays and Sundays in Kentucky. That's how far of a reach we have, people. We have people in Kentucky sending me flyers to put on the show. And again, ride free, June 26th of next year. Take advantage of it. That's what I'm doing. I get on the number 6, take it to Ashmont, take the Ashmont to Boston, Then I pay my $1.40 or $2.40 for the red line to the South Station, and I take the Silver Line to work, saving me a ton of money out of my pocket by not having to pay. The awareness event takes place September 28th, Brockton Rocks. Back to school drive. That's over. I got to take that flyer out, so ignore that flyer, people. School is done. That event is over. My bad. October 4th, Mass Bay Credit Union is doing a shred event. For those of you who don't know, a lot of banks are doing this. If you got paperwork around the house, you bring it to them in shred. 5th Annual South Middle School Hall of Fame Awards, October 9th. Jim Stapleton is actually coming on this show in the next couple of weeks. Wreaths Across America, Comedy Night to raise money for Wreaths Across America. That takes place October 11th, on a Saturday, American Legion, Raynham. And then another comedy night at the Randolph Elks Club to raise money for Sunny Paws Rescue. That's October 17th, before my birthday. And then, hey, I'm trying to get Capiellos. I'm trying to get them on this show. Talk about the Rocky Marciano Tournament of Champions. We actually covered this event a couple of years back. September 20th happened. The 11th is the next one. And then the finals, I think, is like the 25th. Brockton's Farmers Market. It's winding down. Halloween is the last day, 10 to 2. Oh, wow. Halloween is on Friday this year. These are the banners that people have sent for me. This doesn't mean I support anybody. Anybody who's running for office, they send me the banners, I put them on the show, and then we put them on there so you're informed. Doesn't mean that I'm supporting. So JBD, Moses Rodriguez for mayor. Jeff Charnel, Tuesday, November 4th, Councilor at Large. Michael Nunez is running for Councilor at Large. Gary Keith, Ward 3, he's confirmed for Vote 48. Ellie Texera, Ward 5. Steve Pina, Ward 1 School Committee. Tony Rodriguez, Ward 4 School Committee. Sandra Centeo, Ward 5 School Committee. I got to see if she's coming out. That's it. That's it, everybody. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. It's been a great time. Great stuff. Frank Zanowski says, great show. Thank you, Frank, for supporting the show, coming on here. Once again, if you guys know Frank Zanowski, follow him. Like I said, I took that picture. They sent it to me. When the dust settles. Bam! I'm telling you, don't mess with us. It's coming. When the dust settles, when this show comes back, and it's funny, real quick, I went on YouTube and I looked at the intro that I created and put together for Frank for When the Dust Settles back in 2011. When we didn't have all of this editing stuff, though, if you... Bro... You know when they say fuck around and find out? Oh, I'm trusting. My mind is the intro for When the Dust Settles. The intro and outro is about to be popping, bro. I want, when I said I want to punch people in the mouth professionally here and covering the PBR here, I want our intro and outros. I want the intro and outro to make people go, damn. For real. I mean, I just made the banners for the guys. I just made lanyards for those guys. And I went, oh, Frank, man, even when Frank came over to pick it up, he's like, wow, that's nice. I'm not playing, bro. Sinister One Productions is not playing with this When the Dust Settles, bro. What's your podcast doing? I'm just letting y'all know. I want these guys to walk up into any rodeo event here in Boston. And I want people to be like, yo, that's Z-Man and Levi. I want them to get sick of hearing it. I want them to walk into places and people be like, yo, those are the rodeo dudes. I'm dead serious. We are coming out, bro. It's gonna be like Frank and them gonna come out like them kids in that movie. And gonna get brought into the room, and then they're gonna sing the song Fair East Side. Remember that? Remember that movie with Morgan Freeman? Frank and Lee are gonna be them kids when they brought the kids into the principal's office, and you're gonna tell them to speak up and say what they said and sing that song, and Frank and them are gonna sing it. Oh man, good stuff. Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show. I went 2 hours by myself tonight. I'm proud. 2 effing hours by myself, and I didn't struggle because my guests didn't call in. Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show. Great stuff. Great show, everybody. We get this edited and get this up. But good stuff. I'll be back here next week. It's the last week before Halloween. You guys all know about October. The whole month of October is Halloween on the booth. So, hey, Frank just said take the chains off the doors. The chutes are open. Guys, you have no idea what's coming. Oh, I have no idea. SpongeBob, do me a favor. Take us home.
Well, see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Hoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinister One production hosted by Sinister One.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only keep this shit on repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit, I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's Hoobazoo.com.
Enter website.